Round 3 now, ZergbOy versus IFU.SPX. So IFU is a clan name. I'm assuming that we're going to call the person SPX.
Yeah, SPX we've cast before. SPX was in last week's game against, I want to say Melkaya, but I could be wrong. Acquitted himself very well. Like, genuinely respectable play. And I don't mean in the sense of he proxy hatched somebody. I just mean like respectable play as in he played well.
You mean like playing a straightforward game?
Yeah, not like it wasn't crazy.
Incredible.
It's true. I love the crazy games, but I still have to give people their their due credit for learning to play Brood War and stuff.
Right. Yeah, we do have to give credit to people for learning to play Brood War.
Unfortunately. If only everyone could play ridiculous games. Oh, the map is destination. Let's hope for something ridiculous to happen.
I'm reading the Twitch chat for a second here while you're downloading. Worst observing in history. That game was all over the place.
That game was incredible, though.
Okay, I do want to have a disclaimer here, though, for people who are... I want to give a legitimate excuse that I am colorblind, and the color red of Terror was incredibly difficult to follow along.
Oh my God.
It blended in completely with that map color.
I don't have a response to that.
I should shift tab next time. Oh, and Sir Joel, move your microphone slightly away from your face.
Oh, wow, okay.
You are just too bold in your speech. Guys, I will improve.
I'm quite bold, but do they mean that I should move my microphone far enough away from my face that they can no longer hear me because I'm making too many declarations?
No, just a bit too loud is what they say.
Okay, that's all right. I can fix that.
Not move it into another room. All right, here we go. And only you heard that cough, Sir Jolt.
Okay, perfect. ZergbOy is the yellow Zerg at the 12 o'clock, and STX is the, oh God, what is that, beige, off-white?
That is wild. What happens if I shift tab here? Will we get better colors?
Oh, one can only hope. Are you so colorblind that you can't see the creep or the Zerg? Like, how colorblind are you?
No. Like, I'm kind of basic colorblind, you know.
I've seen you're observing. Are you regular colorblind?
Yeah, like, I have some issues with red, green. I can't see the color purple, you know.
You can't see the color purple?
I honestly can't. I can't even see the movie.
That's incredible. It's just invisible to you?
It's not invisible. People want to put on purple cloaks and see if they could just run by me. But no, I know that you're naked under those cloaks, but it doesn't mean I can see through it. It looks like
who do you know who's wearing
purple
cloaks?
What?
Who do you know who's wearing purple cloaks?
It's a thing. People do it.
Oh, is it now? Is it now? Yeah, I'm always wary when you ask someone for a specific example and they say, it's a thing, I've seen it lots of times. I hang around with all those people who wear vermilion.
Listen, I live in Florida, and the craziest people are from here, and there's Disney World. So, and actually, I have a place where there's cloaks worn all the time, Harry Potter Land.
Are you sure you're not just regular blind?
No, Harry Potter Land, lots of wizarding cloaks at Universal's.
Okay.
It exists. It's a thing.
Okay, so if you're zerging this, the correct tactic and the only correct tactic is to immediately run as many zerglings as you can to the 6 o'clock mineral patch at the back entrance, and then research burrow on the way, at which point you immediately burrow them all there and hope that they glitch out and come out of the right hand side of the minerals, and then you win the game. I understand that's the only way you can play it, really. I also desperately hope they don't scout any of that. Is there another strategy that I'm not aware of?
No. That seems like pretty legitimate here, but unfortunately there's no gas. He's not going to that lair, so we can't research.
You actually don't need a lair for burrow. Come on, dude. Keep it together.
Listen. If you want to do it properly, you get a lair.
Why? Why would you do that? That's such a waste.
Because I'm Protoss and I'm anti-Zerg.
God.
That's the bottom line here. So we see that the gas is up. This is going to be a factory expansion. Once they get that, or he could be going for bio. No, he is going to go for that factory. Okay. I was worried there for a second that I was calling it wrong. But we might see mech.
It's a real shame. I love Bio against Zerg. It's, I think, far more mechanically intensive, unfortunately, but it's a beautiful style to watch.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you notice that when you build a spawning pool directly below the gas, and you won't see it now because I said it too late, the building animation for the spawning pool is actually under the geyser. What a catastrophe. Maybe it's time for us to move on. I'd never noticed it before, but Brood War is dead now.
well, I happened to be observing that spawning pool while you were saying that, so good for the viewers.
That's okay. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we're in sync, man.
That's true. We are both terrible observing together.
None of this backstreet boy madness here. So
do you find that Destination is weak for Terran? Because you, especially for mech, in fact, because if you try and work the tanks out across the bridges, things start to get really sloppy. I mean,
but the thing is, even though like it's hard to get across that bridge, it's really hard to break a contain that a Terran can have if they get their tanks on the other side of that natural. So where that bridge is located
slow
here,
Overlord drops. That's easy.
Overlord drops? Well, it's a little bit hard to research Overlord drops and respond while all your third or fourth base are getting taken out because you're contained at your natural.
You would think so, but I guarantee it's going to work every time.
So we are going to see the command center is coming up, and weirdly enough, like the two mining SCVs that were on the refinery just like randomly got clicked away, but fortunately we are seeing that is brought back under control for SPX.
Okay, so STX or SPX?
SPX.
SPX, okay.
Right.
So SPX is mining out the back minerals at the backside of ZergbOy's base. But
yes.
the Zerglings have already seen the SCV, so he knows that it's almost certainly a vulture that's coming into harass here. Unfortunately, if this is microed really well, the Zerglings won't stop the vulture, will they? Like, there's not too much he can do to prevent that.
Right. Yeah, the vulture is going to be here, and oh, the Lings are coming for the SCV though. They want blood, and immediately it's taken out.
Well, he can just form an arc at the ramp now and stop the vulture from getting in safely. Oh, never mind. But mischance though.
Oh, he does take a few hits though.
I guess he's just gonna not micro it. That's the trick.
Another vulture is coming into the back, so it looks like this is just going to be constant harassment.
This is fantastic, in fact. He's going to, at the very least, force out a bunch more Zerglings, which is not something you really want to do at this point in the game.
Well, that Hydra is enough to clog it up. Doesn't have speed.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yet,
he already has the Hydra.
Yeah, well, still a slow Hydraless will only get a few shots off. I mean, the vultures can still micro around it pretty effectively. But that upgrade.
Okay, so it's time for you to educate me. What is the name of the Hydralisk speed upgrade?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go click on it. And okay, we can't see it from here. There's no tooltip.
Exactly, yeah. there never is in observer mode.
I do not know.
I know almost all of the upgrade names, but Hydralisk speed forever escapes me.
Oh man. I know adrenal glands.
You're terrible. You're the worst.
How about leg enhancements? I know leg enhancements.
It's truly staggering that you've managed to remember two normal, ordinary words.
What is the Ultralisk one? Chitinous plating? How about that?
Yes, it is. Well, chitin is a normal word. That's not...
Chitinous?
Yeah.
That is not a normal word.
Don't you have a healthy exoskeleton?
I'm just saying, if you're in an Irish spelling bee, that's not going to come up.
You don't think so?
Not for like elementary level.
This vulture is actually doing an incredible amount of damage. It has 2 drone kills, and the Hydralisk is just chasing it the whole time. He's going to skirt the edge of the sunken colony range, but
yes, I'm
genuinely impressed by how long this is spent alive. Like, he's now pulled the Hydralisk is gone altogether.
Oh, and he might get another one here. It looks like he's going to get number 3. Oh, and 4.
This is really effective. Of course, there's a huge Hydralisk force just coming directly towards his main, and he has a couple of Goliaths. It's not really what you want.
He's got some Spider-Mines set up. The Overlords do have their speed upgrade. Going to be able to pick those off first. This tank is not sieged yet. Needs to siege this tank up.
Does he have siege? Siege just began.
Wow, oh, so sorry, he's running really late. This is going to be a very aggressive Hydra attack.
It's Charon boosters. It's the range for the Goliaths. So he will soon have Goliath range, but the tank is sieged, everything's fine.
Yes.
He may lose some SCVs though, as he sends out a buffer for the Goliaths. This is a pretty big investment though. I'm not sure what made him go for the Goliath range and the big Goliath pump.
That was a great defense though. Really solid by the Terran player, and I think ZergbOy is realizing that you can't do the same thing you do in PvZ, where you build a bunch of Hydras and just rush to natural. Not quite as
He may
effective.
as well. Go for it again, why not? They're only tanks.
Oh, he's going to go for these Goliath pickoffs.
He actually is going for it again, nice. I'm surprised he's not just going to move up and try and take the tank. I feel like that would be relatively easy. He has the Hydra speed. Does he have range?
Does. But there is a swarm of SCVs defending this tank. Still, I feel like a lot of army damage has been done.
Yeah, he's down to just, you know, a handful of Hydralisks against a handful of, oh, you know, assorted tanks and Goliaths.
Right, and sitting only on 3
gas is down.
factories here. No upgrades on the way for the mech army. Okay, and if we look right outside...
Has he got overboard dropped yet?
Yeah, I think he's going to go for drops. Let's go ahead and look at these hatcheries.
Ventral Sex is almost complete. It's at like less than 10 seconds away.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, that's going to finish up. Oh, it's done now.
Yeah, perfect. Unfortunately, Charm Boosters is just about done now. It's in fact just complete. So those Goliath will have plenty of range to knock down the overlords as they come in.
He's ready for this. He's got his Goliaths on the high ground over here to the right.
It's bewildering that he's ready for this, though. I don't know what made him suspect it. Unless he just knows
the fast overlords would really tip you off, though, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. It's almost as though there was a massive clue there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, the re-macro here, he's still got more overlords coming down across the map. Oh, another
Did he scout the overlords there?
Did he what?
I think he may have just scouted the overlords with the vulture as it poked out. All of the overlords move back in unison to try and keep them concealed.
Right.
He's picking up Hydras now.
Okay, is he going to try and do this? Is he going to get away with this? I feel like those Hydras are going to get a couple kills off, but the overlord should be able to land.
Yeah. He has an empty overlord to buffer for him, so he can just pull them all in at once.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to drop directly on the tanks. This is insane. I guess at least he'll clear the mines up.
These mines should clear him up if he lands in the wrong spot here. But he is going straight for the army. This is almost suicidal.
Yeah, that's really grim.
This is a
was
poor mistake.
Depressingly less spectacular. Did he just click unload all?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was everything. Okay. He lost everything.
That's okay. It's fine.
He's not mining very heavily from his natural base. He's still only sitting only on 2 bases here. He is getting the carapace upgrade for his overlords, I could assume.
I'm petrified now.
There won't be a muta switch.
No? I was so optimistic.
Well, look there's a group of vultures that made it outside of the base, and I wonder if he's going to try and do some counter harass now.
Well, it's a great time. I mean, there's, what, 1 sunken to worry about? The SimCity is quite good. He's going to have to go the whole way around the outside of the base, but unfortunately there are all the drones on the way in if you go that way.
Okay, so it looks like a 3rd base is finally going to be on its way for ZergbOy.
For both, in fact, the 3rd command center is about to land for the Terran.
Right. I feel like SPX is ahead right now because of that drop.
Do you think so, really? I hate to say it, this is not exactly a mystery. Oh, the vultures have gotten past the sunken, and yeah, now he's not mining from his natural at all anymore. That's
oh my
really,
goodness.
really disgusting.
That was a major pull, and he's actually trying to engage these vultures with his drones?
Successfully, in fact. 2 vultures down to drones already.
Yeah, but still, he's still losing quite a few drones here. This is not good.
It's fine.
So he is going to go for that muta switch.
That's incredible. He's also about to get this command center that was flooding into us up to the 3rd for SPX.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is getting
I don't think he'll get it, but he will hurt it a lot. Oh, he has the overlord to provide vision. It's not too bad.
Oh, this is getting close, but the SCV should be...
Oh, it's in the red now.
Just barely.
So that way, trying to repair it in time? So often people forget to repair.
Yeah, he's on top of that.
Oh, there you go.
Not want to
lose
lose it.
Yeah, very nice. Now, unfortunately, those Hydralisks being revealed are going to have to face the vultures.
Okay, so no mining. Only just now, I think. No, he's still got limited mining from that natural gas here. Okay, the hatchery has finished at the 3rd base for ZergbOy. There's a lot of mech out on the map here. And the Mutos are going to try and pick off units. Might be able to get some of these vultures. The vultures with their speed going to just run away from this very quickly. To the tanks! Well, he led them to the army that can't even defend really well against this Mutalisk attack.
Yeah, without the critical mass of vultures, or sorry, of Goliaths, it's really difficult to shut down Muta like this.
Oh, if he takes down this one last Goliath, though, he can get 3 free tanks possibly.
Free rain on the tanks.
Yep.
It's unreal. There are a heap of Goliaths just clipping around in the factories.
Oh, looks like there was another pause issue in this game too. So look at the number of factories we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
SPX currently has 2 floating factories. He's about to establish 2 bases at once. Does he have the SCVs to really staff that? Oh, I guess he has enough to split at least.
Big drone transfer. The problem with not having any map presence now as a Terran player is you can't try and pick that off with vultures.
Well, that's not going to stop him. He's doing it anyway at the 3rd. And yep, there you go. No map presence, but plenty of vultures for pickoffs.
Oh yeah, he does send the vultures over there very quickly here. And now the drones are going to get picked off so quickly. The Mutas, they're not in time. This is the same thing with like Zealot run-bys. It's really difficult as a Zerg player to just defend with Mutas.
Yeah, to react in time, you effectively have to be prescient, unfortunately.
Oh, these Goliaths are going to get picked off in the middle, though.
Yeah, very nice.
They're going to die very quickly.
Regardless of what else is happening, I mean, admittedly, SPX has just established 2 bases at once, almost unopposed, but he's just about to have to cede control of one of them and probably lose the command center with it. But there's a nuke coming up? What?
Where?
On the... Oh, I misread it. It's command center, sorry. Or sorry, comsat. I apologize.
Okay.
I was just very
I started
confused
clicking
there for a moment.
comsat stations. That command center is going to die.
Oh my god.
There's no way it survives this. That's pretty big. With that 3rd established and the fact that Mech isn't helping to secure his bases here, you know.
Yeah,
maybe he's regretting his choice to go Mech over Bio.
Well, he's hit that kind of critical number of Goliaths where you can just effectively no longer worry about your army getting picked off by Mutalisks. Like, he's just okay now. And the map presence, as you said earlier, from ZergbOy is just... It's beginning to chafe a little. Like, how many times has he tried to establish that 3rd base now on the left-hand side? And
right.
He's got the main only, I suppose, at the bottom left, but it doesn't really compare. He needs gas. Like, that's the one thing you really want from Mech.
Now, he does have an additional command center built inside of his main base, and that's kind of been camping out there, waiting for an opportunity to take an additional base. So now he doesn't have a command center here yet. It is on its way. So his 3rd will almost be established. Now, the Muta upgrades are continuing to come. He's got a 2nd carapace upgrade coming for ZergbOy. I'm
so bewildered. Do you feel like this is natural, that you would make the switch to Muta after you've already seen the range upgrade on Goliaths? Is that normal?
This brings me back to like early 2002 games where you see like Boxer playing these huge Goliath wars against Mutalisks.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel so old-fashioned. Oh wow, he just
my
flies
god, is this
over
suicide?
the Goliaths. This is... Well, he takes the tanks at least. I guess he can move in with something else afterwards, if he has something else to move in.
Right. He started off in the 20s, now down to 16 Mutalisks. And these Goliaths, he's trying to micro them out the best he can and focus fire each Mutalisk down. But I feel like the trade is a lot worse for ZergbOy. Losing those
ZergbOy, absolutely,
both
both in terms of build time and the resources consumed to get there. Like, that's expensive. He's establishing a 3rd base on the far left, but a spider mine has just killed the only larva at it. That's really sad.
I mean, but ultimately, these Mutas do have +2 carapace, and they're really hard to take down.
But they won. It's disgusting, but they won, and he has a 2nd round of them already out. There are more Goliaths on the way in, but until he has the numbers he needs again, you can't really engage on this.
Right. You know what? The timing actually was pretty clutch for ZergbOy in the sense that the +1 armor didn't finish until after that engagement.
And I guess +1 armor being so much more effective against Mutalisks because they have multiple targets.
Oh, this looks like he's just going to overwhelm him.
Yeah, he's not even going to bother grouping anymore. He's just going to right-click everything. My god.
Right. I think he's making a mistake by keeping these siege tanks out. He should have just tried to regroup and secure his go home, you know. The rally point is just too far for him to secure these
Yeah, he's
tanks.
continuing to rally more Goliaths out there as well.
Oh my
which is
goodness,
pretty
he's
tough.
gonna lose these now, and they didn't even do any damage.
On the plus side, he's up to 4 bases. He's up to 4 mining bases during all of that. Like, it's not good that there are, circa 1 million mutalisks moving uncontrolled around the map, and drone transfers happening between every Zerg base with nothing to contest it at all. But
Right.
he got his base, and he has enough turrets up to defend it as well, or at least enough to scare him away.
Yeah, and he's invested a lot in these Goliaths, but he didn't get irradiate, and irradiate is something that's going to be really important if he wants to continue in this game.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he has the science facility, but
Yeah.
it's not researching. So, unless he already has irradiate, I'm not sure what he does now.
No, he had a really late. Well, he might, but he did have a late starport with control tower.
And yeah, he's not building anything from it, so presumably he doesn't have irradiate as part of his plan for now. No, he's just going to slowly build up turrets in the middle of the map. It's insane. I guess he has the minerals too, why not? But that's oh well, it's like he's so heavily invested now that
Exactly.
do you just go change over to Ultra Ling with defilers for Swarm, and when he's got the gas income, ZergbOy could do it.
Well, the
not
only other
immediately,
thing that
but
he might be able to do is do some sort of a Guardian switch.
Oh, that's very true, yeah.
Like a
And just outrange
Modesty
them-
is very
outrange all of
popular for that style build, where he goes in with his Mutalisk, it's really high numbers, but keeps him alive so he can switch into Guardians.
Well, I guess he's just going to try and pick off this command center and clip the... Do you just try and take the Goliaths as they come over the cliff, or do you go into the main now? Oh, wow.
He might be able to get into the main right here, using that Overlord kind of to buffer some attacks. I wouldn't want to try and engage this Goliath army full on though.
No, I'm surprised he's not just taking the supply depots. They're relatively low hit points.
He should take out the armory. The armory would be really huge. Slow
Yeah,
down those upgrades.
he's going for the turrets instead. And the supply depots on the other side. That's pretty sensible, I think.
Yes. Still, we're seeing that he has enough supply depots. He won't be supply blocked unless he loses another 4 or 5.
Unless he loses all of them, yeah. Well, he could lose 4 or 5 here, but he's effectively pinned the Mutalisks.
Oh my god, this is really bad.
Oh.
All those Goliaths inside that base just
You're
preventing him
also
from getting
so
out.
hurt. This is really grim. He has another Swarm outside his base with Hydralisks to back him up. Do you just... I guess now he's got the combined ground air, he can try and force something. But I think he just needs to slowly build up.
13 mutas now, Sir Joel. That's got to be really deflating. He's got so many bases
Oh,
now.
they're disposable. It's okay.
But he is tech switching. He does have a ton
Into
of
what?
Ultralists. And it's a
very
really late
confused by the
base
late Hydra
that he's
switch.
taken back here. Although it is a mineral only, you still would have expected a hatchery to be built up in the back.
Or
the
for him to be mining from it, indeed.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. That happens, I think, far more often than anyone really likes it to. Where you just... Oh, he's got it now. Where you just, you drop the hatch while you do something else and just kind of forget that you've done it.
Right. So we're seeing
Oh my
like
God, he
he's
picked off
trying to
the
rebacker a little
panda.
bit of his Mutalisk, but really he's got an unupgraded Hydralisk army.
I can't believe he killed the panda, though. That's hard times.
I had a friend who always killed the Kakaroo on this map because
Oh.
he in one game someone DT mind controlled it as a scout. And
Well, the
so
other- the
now
other way
he's
to do
like
it, of
has a
course,
vengeance
is-
for him.
Just parasite it. I mean, it's free vision, why not?
Exactly.
Like, once you got your enormous army of queens, oh wow, he just lost an ocean of units there. Oh, it gets worse. That is, wow, the scans, the tanks, fantastic. He has vessels out now as well, just sharper still.
Well, look at this. A
This
really
is
risky
slipping away
forward
from
base
ZergbOy.
here.
Yeah, remarkably risky. I think he knows that he needs to start taking risks. Or do you think that
main
maybe
is
he feels
completely
like he's
mined out.
ahead? Yeah, no, he has to be taking chances.
Well, this has gone completely split mapped at this point.
Yeah, except that the Terran is so far ahead now.
Yeah,
He's ahead on supply,
upgrade
which is a
advantage
lovely
alone
place to
is
be.
just huge.
Yeah, the Zerg literally has +1 ground attack and nothing else that I've seen for those Hydras, apart from obviously enough the grooved spines and the speed. He has +2/+1 for the Mutalisks. I suppose that'll keep them in decent shape, but it's, there's just so much now to fight that I don't know what you do.
Right, and he's gonna try and hold this base.
Yeah, the insane forward base, which you could have
Look
used
how
to
many
just buffer for
drones
the
he
other base
just
on the right hand side.
transferred.
Oh, and the radiates are out.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
incredible split though.
a nice split.
Oh,
yeah.
he's bringing it back.
Oh,
that's
no! Keep
not
that
what we wanna
away.
do. Oh, it's down. Okay, fine.
It's like telling the smelly kid to step outside, but he runs back in anyway.
Truly, that's exactly what it's like. This is a first-hand experience thing.
Yeah, I'm always yelling at the smelly kids.
Of course.
Oh, no split this time. Finally, he does
He's
get that
splitting
out.
quickly enough. Like that's not bad.
Yeah, when you look at the APM, 367, he's definitely doing something with his hands.
He's unstoppable. Unfortunately, I just don't. Is Hydra Muta enough for this? Like, the game has gone on so long.
I don't know, but he's got a lot of bases, and he's got a lot of army. The supply count is actually
True,
in
and it keeps
ZergbOy's
on.
favor.
He keeps on building more as well, which is frankly confusing. I'm just surprised he hasn't teched up any further.
Oh, here's a big moment here, though. Trying to morph these sunken colonies. There's no focus on them right now.
His Queen's Nest is halfway done, so he can start moving up to Hive in a couple of minutes, I guess. But
oh, is he gonna get that
it's so
split though?
late.
Blast irradiate here. It's doing a lot of damage to all the mutants that are clumped up.
Wow. There's another irradiated on the way out.
Oh, but look at the top left. He's doing a counterattack too with the Hydralisk.
Oh god, that's messy.
Oh, he's losing
Well,
so many to
just
these
tanks.
tanks. Zerglings would have been much smarter to try and engage there. Even unupgraded Zerglings would have done better. You just get too clumped on that ramp.
Well, he's taking the right hand side, the third. Or sorry, I think in this game the fifth, but what I normally think of as the third of the station.
These are huge
and he will
losses
get it.
here.
Yeah, I think that ZergbOy came out an awful lot better from that engagement. I think SPX is in a great position to try and push into the that 11 o'clock base, but he just lost a nice, a decent cushion and a gas mining base.
So Joel, I feel like what we're seeing here is that ZergbOy has prevented SPX from maxing out at any point in this game. And without maxing out, SPX has proven that he's just kind of too timid to try and do contains or attack other bases.
I'm not sure if it's a question of timidity, but I feel like he's never really been pushed into anything until now. And now, he defended early when ZergbOy came in, and now he's being forced to deal with almost exactly the same composition, except, nearly 15 minutes later, and the same problems are arising. It's genuinely confusing. He's not mining, or sorry, ZergbOy isn't mining from his 3 o'clock anymore though. That's an issue. It's a gas base that's just not giving him anything at the moment, and he is low on gas.
Oh, this is a big army coming over here to the left. Looks like this time with the mutas, he should be able to get up on top of this ramp. The problem is he's not controlling the group. Sorry, not Ultraless, Hydralisk at the front.
That is a massacre every time. He's tried to break
goodness.
up that Hydralisks twice now, and both times it has just been an ocean of red.
This is like watching that killer game where he forgot to get the adrenal upgrade and get the crackling.
Well, it's like that, only he appears to have forgotten to get Zerglings at any point.
Yeah, this is worse. He didn't forget the upgrades for Zerglings. He forgot the Zerglings and total.
He's got nothing. In fact, every single lava he has at the moment is morphing to Hydra, except for the right hand side base that has 6 idle.
Oh, we're gonna see drops here. I don't see this working, but
well, where do you drop?
every time I say that, ZergbOy's impressed me.
Well,
coming up
he's
to the
just
top
gonna
left.
charge it in. It's nice that he sends the Mutalisks to buffer for the drop. There are no mines anymore. There have been vultures for a very long time.
Oh, Irradiate's coming down though. He better make sure
Raids on the Overlords.
Overlords are empty. Losing to Overlords isn't too crucial. He's not going to get supply blocked at least, and he is going to be able to take out this base. Look at that one Muta trying to be the warrior, the hero here.
I'm pretty impressed though. I mean, ZergbOy has had his back to the wall a few times now, and every time he's managed to not just break out, but break out and take a base. Like every fight he wins, he just flows into a base afterwards.
Right. In SPX, he's got 2 empty bases now. He's got a 3. His mineral only is empty also. So
He's still having supply though. That means he has a lot of supply in army, whereas ZergbOy only has 90 supply full stop.
That's a good point. But ZergbOy, he's got so many different bases here. And he might even just be so bold to move down and take this additional last open base at the 4 o'clock position.
Do you think it's wise? Do you think he should?
Oh, I think he should never stop expanding.
Siegeable from his main, which is preposterous.
Well, I mean, if he gets the tanks to go and try and siege mode at the top there, then he knows that there's 2 or 3 less tanks, you know, at another position trying to secure his bases.
That's true.
So
the number of science vessels
he could
is starting
sense
to bloat
weakness. Now. Ooh, taking out another overlord here. So, I mean, let's look at the minerals. They're completely mined out in ZergbOy's main. His natural. His mineral only is about to mine out. Not very many minerals at that patch. So he has basically the 3 and the 4 o'clock position to mine.
Oh, interesting switch. Fast Vulture incoming. I guess the mines for the Hydras?
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
Fascinating. I guess the overlord count's been whittled right down now, so he's going to have to start looking after them again. And with the Irradiate, they're not going to be able to push in quite as freely as they had been before. He at least has Scourge out for the vessels. This is a really interesting position to end up in, and still just be going mass Hydra.
Hey, maybe it's just the only key that really works well on his keyboard.
Well, the thing is, people are going to tell you, like, don't bang your head against a brick wall, you're not going to make any progress. But if you do it for long enough, like, erosion is a factor, you'll get there. Like, if you're bloody-minded and stubborn enough, like, first you're just going to chip away the paint, but eventually, like, those bricks aren't going to stand forever.
That's a good point.
I'm just confused, though. Like, a Defiler mound would do him so much good.
Well, so now we got quite a few tanks down here at the bottom right, trying to take out this 4 o'clock position. And can he hold here? ZergbOy knows that this is.
He's going to watch out. There are approximately infinity Hydralisks coming to try and stop him, so we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, he does have a huge bank too. Oh my god!
Oh, and there are the mines.
Hydras getting taken out right away. This minefield at the front, he's got to be really cautious about moving into this army.
Oh my god, it's
so
disgusting.
much damage.
Those defense matrices are incredible. Yeah, with the D-matrices, the Muta can't pick off the tanks properly, the Goliaths don't need to fear the Hydralisks, and then everything falls apart for ZergbOy. My god. Great composition.
What do you think? Was that engagement a mistake?
The sudden injection of vultures was inspired. I'm genuinely staggered by it. I would never have thought of it.
Inspired by ZergbOy's Spire.
Is that how that works?
It's exactly how it works. He
Of course,
scanned
I'm
the
sorry, I
main.
should never have questioned. I feel like if there had been a Defiler in this game, it would have moved a lot more smoothly.
Maybe
like
a single
swarm.
Defiler, yes.
Just one Dark Swarm. Just to get you through the night.
Oh, these vultures going nom 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 on all the drones.
Yeah, and suddenly the endless resources for remaxing on Hydras every single time just suddenly dissipated.
Right.
It's almost as though he's realizing now that is no longer a spectacular plan.
Right. I mean, that's like trying to run Lings into a Reaver. They're just
it'll work. You just have to wait until the other person's bankrupt.
Oh, here's another set of mines. Is he paying attention here? Trying to be really careful.
Well, he has the Overlords with him, so he's kind of okay now. But he is once again attacking up that ramp into tanks.
Hey, we've seen professional Zerg players do worse against mines.
It's true, but I've seen a lot of professional Zerg players do a lot of silly things. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the angle you want to take.
There's only one angle, and that's the one I dug.
Of course.
Well, I can't go back in time, Sir Jolt. We're just going to have to accept
it. Not with that attitude, you can't.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to construct my tinfoil hat first.
Despite their slenderness, Hydralisks don't qualify as small units, no?
Don't believe so.
That's terrible. So vultures do no damage to them.
But they do some damage.
No, 0. I checked. Consulted the rulebook.
Right.
I'm
Well,
not sure. Like,
we need to consult the old game guide for StarCraft, where it tells you that
I know
wildcats
that.
are like the
I
key
know
to
that guide
everything.
inside out. You gotta build a bunker outside their base. They'll never see that coming.
That should have been what it was. Like all these rushes, when StarCraft got released, it only told
No,
people how
I
to
think
win in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I think that it actually does say if your opponent builds Zerglings, try building a bunker. But the tanks are caught unsieged. Oh, never mind. Apparently, tanks can siege up.
Yes. I think they got
How
safely
does
behind
not
a
so
few of
good?
these mines.
Oh god, this is
Ooh.
grim. This
Heard
is
a
that
D
moment
matrix somewhere.
where
Here we go.
you have to wonder if, like, would ZergbOy at this point's family not just kind of say, you know, like maybe it's time, like we've said goodbye now. You can just pull the old plug and let him go. Just go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, no one wants to pull the
Maybe
long
that's a bit
plug.
grim. Sorry. Yeah, in situations like this, I wonder, are you
I
not
just
better
cried a
off
little.
just kind of GGing and being like, well, maybe next time.
I think it's gonna happen right here, though.
So it's a slow bleed now.
Yeah, we're only 33 minutes into the game.
He did. I really thought he had. Oh, like, I can't believe he lost him. SPX is a good player,
What?
though.
Yeah, and IFU's a pretty good clan.
Oh, apparently not that good. IFU is the Irish Football Union.
Is it?
No, I made them up. I'm sorry.
Is it? No. Why would you lie to me, Sergio?
I just heard some letters and I decided to see if I could come up with what do you call it, an acronym on the fly.
Right.
That was close.
Well, we're just gonna wait ahead on this replay. The day's going by pretty quickly, though. We're down to
Yeah,
round 5.